With Joe Biden. What a go on with Joe Biden? Sleepy Joe, what's happening with him?
Sleepy Joe, very successful Joe at the moment. He's raised $72 million for his campaign. Since he announced in April, he's actually now officially the front runner in campaign funding. I think Trump is only at $30 to $40 million since he announced. He is doubling every quarter. But yeah, Joe Biden's had an extremely successful first quarter of fundraising. So that bodes well. That means he's probably not going to get out of the race for quite a while. So, yeah, it's been a very bumper time for him. Now, this is all the money. This campaign funding for Joe Biden does include all the money from the Democratic, the DNC, the Democrat Party, basically, as well as individual donations for Joe Biden. So that's pulling together every single dime that has been raised for him. But that surprised a lot of people how successful he's been raising funds this quarter.
Yeah, well, they may have surprised them, but that's the last thing they really seriously want, because if he's at the helm, no one with half a brain will vote for him, surely. What about Hunter Biden? What's happening with his son?
This is the great story. So the Secret Service closed their investigation about the cocaine in the White House. We talked about that, and that story could be gone now. That could be over, and the wise thing to do would just be let the Secret Service have closed their investigation after 11 days with identifying no suspects at all. Okay, Gardley, you know, they're all on camera, and they could have found a suspect, but they found no suspect. Donald Trump has been tweeting or truth socialing that the cocaine might have belonged to Hunter Biden. And instead of just ignoring it, Hunter Biden's decided to send a cease and desist letter to Donald Trump telling him to stop repeating this claim. So it just shows above everything else that Hunter Biden is the greatest optimist in American history if he thinks that a cease and desist letter is going to stop Donald Trump saying the cocaine might be Hunter's. It's a fabulous turn of events when he's snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. They closed the investigation, and now he's going toe-to-toe with Donald Trump with a cease and desist letter of all things. It's a marvellous turn of events.
And listen, very briefly, Paul, we've got about 15 seconds. Donald Trump, in a nutshell, what's going on with him?
He's 37 points ahead of De Santis at the moment. He is on fire. He did a fantastic turning point speech yesterday. He is being feted by everybody on the right. De Santis really is looking like he's going to have to drop out much sooner than anybody suspected. It really could happen quite soon, I think.
Well, listen, Paul Duddridge, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Paul Duddridge. He's the host of the Politics People podcast.